The Mercedes-Maybach S580 has just received the most extensive update in this luxury sedan's entire history. And its pitch is a strange one for 2026, that it is still a better place to be driven than a Rolls-Royce costing nearly twice the money. It is making that case here, in a deep olive green, on a coast road high above the Mediterranean. This is the 2027 car, the quiet flagship of a company that just turned 140 years old. Almost everyone with the means to buy one has defected to an enormous SUV. Maybach watched that happen, and then doubled down on the sedan. Its entire argument rests on a single word: silence. So the first thing to understand is what Mercedes actually changed, because from 30 feet away you might miss it. The grille is the tell. It is now 20% larger, taller, and more upright. And for the first time, the Maybach name glows softly inside its own frame after dark. On this olive car, the vertical chrome bars catch the coastal light like the front of a very expensive building. The headlights sit on either side, with a thin thread of rose gold worked into each one. Jewelry for a machine that weighs nearly 3 tons. None of it shouts. That is the entire point of a Maybach. It wants to be understood by the 10 people who know exactly what it is, and to stay invisible to everyone else. Walk down the side, and the proportions do something no tall SUV can. The car is long, low, and slow to end, with that formal upright roof set over the rear seats to tell you where the important person actually sits. It rides on new forged wheels, and this is where the car quietly shows off. Look closely at the center of each one. The Mercedes star inside the hub does not turn with the wheel. It stays perfectly upright at all times, held level by a small weighted bearing, so that even at 70 miles an hour, the 3-pointed star sits dead straight. It is completely unnecessary. It is also the most Maybach detail on the whole car. There is a second piece of theater that most owners will never even trigger. Built into the sills, tucked under the doors, is a small projector. Approach the car in the dark, and it throws the Maybach name onto the ground beside your feet, as if the car is rolling out a private carpet only you can see. Around the back, the taillights have been reshaped to echo the star pattern from the nose, and the overall shape stays deliberately calm. A Rolls-Royce Ghost has drama. This has manners. And that restraint is not an accident. It is the oldest idea in this company, that the more a car costs, the less it should ever need to say. You can have all of this in more or less any color imaginable. Mercedes offers over 150 shades of paint from its personalization workshop, plus a darker Night Series look and hand-painted two-tone finishes. Almost no two of these cars ever leave the factory quite the same. Most buyers order at least 3 bespoke touches, which means the olive car you are looking at is, in a real sense, the only one exactly like it. But the outside was never really the reason anyone buys a Maybach. Open the door. And on this car, the door can even close itself again at the touch of a button, and the whole thing finally makes sense. The cabin is wrapped in a warm tobacco brown leather, quilted into a soft diamond pattern that flows across the seats and down into the doors. The dashboard has been rebuilt around one wide sheet of glass. Behind it, the instruments glow in rose gold, and the round dials are styled to look like fine watchmaking rather than a computer screen. This is the first Maybach to run Mercedes' newest operating system, with a voice assistant that now leans on generative artificial intelligence, so it can genuinely hold a conversation instead of just obeying commands. It updates itself over the air, the way your phone does, so the car you buy keeps quietly improving after you own it. Around you, the cabin can light itself in 64 separate colors from nearly 200 hidden lights. That light shifts on its own when you change the temperature, or when the car simply wants to get your attention. Mercedes will now also sell you this interior with no leather in it at all. Instead, it is wrapped in a new woven fabric, spun from linen and recycled plastic. A genuinely modern idea inside a car this traditional. And if that is too restrained, the personalization workshop offers more than 400 interior colors and hand-finished open-pore woods, so the cabin can be made almost anything you want. But the real story is the seat you are not sitting in, the one in the back. Because the rear of this car is the entire reason it exists, the space the whole machine was built to protect. Those 2 rear seats recline like a private jet, and they warm you, cool you, and massage you at once. Between them sit 2 holders shaped precisely to grip a pair of silver champagne flutes, so they never tip while the car is moving. Behind the armrest, there is a small refrigerator, held at the right temperature for a bottle, that you can lift straight out when you would rather have the storage. Twin screens fold down for the passengers, each with its own controls, and cameras built in so the person in the back can even take a video call while the car glides through the traffic outside. The outside world is sealed away behind thick glass and a lot of new sound insulation. Every one of these cars is finished by hand at one of the oldest plants the company owns, in Sindelfingen, Germany. And now hear me out, because this is the part I genuinely did not expect to love. Climb into the back of one of these, pull the door shut, and the world simply stops existing. That is the whole product. Everything else is decoration. If that idea appeals to you even slightly, subscribe, because this only gets better from here. None of that sanctuary would work if the car could not move without disturbing the person in the back, so the engineering underneath is bent entirely toward that one goal. Beneath the hood sits a 4-liter twin-turbo V8, now helped along by a mild hybrid system, and it produces 530 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. That is a healthy step up over the old car, and it will reach 60 miles an hour in 4.3 seconds. But those numbers are almost beside the point. The engine is tuned to stay quiet and to hand its power over smoothly, so the car gathers speed the way a lift rises through a building, without ever seeming to try. In a few markets, you can still order this same body with a 12-cylinder engine, the last of a dying breed. The bigger change is underneath the body. There is a new air suspension that reads the road ahead, using information passed along from other Mercedes cars further up the route. It can soften itself for a bump before the wheels ever reach it. In its dedicated Maybach comfort mode, the whole car seems to hover just above the surface. On the move, it never asks anything of the person being driven. The steering is light, the ride is long and slow, and the effort simply disappears. Which brings us to the one thing you really should know before you let yourself fall for it. Here is the honest part. That air suspension is the source of this car's magic, and it is also its biggest weakness. On the current S-Class that this Maybach is built from, air suspension trouble is one of the more common owner complaints. Compressors and air springs can begin to leak and fail after a handful of years, and when they go out of warranty, the repair bills are the sort that make grown adults wince. Mercedes has redesigned the system for this update, and if you buy the car new, the warranty protects you through the years it is worth the most. But make no mistake, a ride this soft is built from very complicated parts, and complicated parts, in the end, always ask to be paid for. So where does that leave the Maybach S580? In a world that keeps trying to talk it into becoming an SUV. The price has not been made official yet, but the car it replaces started a little over $200,000, and this one will ask for a touch more. That is a serious amount of money. It is also less than half of what a Rolls-Royce Ghost costs, and thousands less than a Bentley Flying Spur. Yet unlike either of them, this Maybach hides its wealth rather than announcing it to the street. The very rich walked away from the luxury sedan and climbed up into tall SUVs. This car is the quiet, stubborn reply that they got it wrong. In the same year Mercedes celebrates its 140th birthday, the S580 makes its case one more time, that the most civilized seat in the world is still the back of a silent saloon, in a color like this one, on a road like this one. It moves so smoothly you forget you are moving at all. And if you want to see exactly what tempted them away, the Maybach GLS is the natural place to go next.